I hope that you can hear me okay. I hope that the colour of the video is fine as well. Just been doing a few little checks. I can see that we've got Faz, Tom in. Welcome this evening. Stream Elements seems to be running, so everything seems to be good for a change, considering the way that this week has gone. So I'm just going to dive straight over to the PlayStation 5 window, and tonight I am just going to be running the Daily Race C again in the alpha, and we're just going to see how we go. Just see what happens. Last night was a complete pump fest, complete nightmare. I did do the video of the Sean debacle, which was interesting. That's getting some good hits on the short at the moment, which was interesting, and not something I'm going to make a habit of doing, but just got that out of my system. And today is the last day of brand chats. Yay! And it looks like there's some good tracks coming up next week. Le Mans could be interesting. That's used to be one of my grinding tracks, but I haven't done any grinding in about 4 or 5 weeks. So that's interesting. So yeah, we're just going to dive straight into it. Do you know what? I really wish I could drift like that. That's pretty smart, isn't it? He's really giving what for. Anyway, we're not here to watch the PlayStation 5 do stuff. We're here to actually run some stuff ourselves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head across to my page. Don't really want to look at this one, if I'm perfectly honest. Oh, Jackson James, who's just subscribed to the channel. Okay, cool. Welcome, Jackson. Oh, sorry, James. Get it right. Welcome to the channel. IMZ, welcome to the live stream this evening. So my page, yeah, we are now below halfway on the B rating. So it's been completely caned this week. Monday was great, and we got it to just under the A, in touching distance of A. And since then, we've just completely ruined it. Been putting in some long hours. Too long is my lesson of this week. A few lessons for this week. One is I mustn't stream for as long. I mean, 11:30 really is my limit. 2 hours. Anything over 2 hours of racing, and I'm just getting fatigued and I'm making stupid mistakes. That's not helping. That's number one. Number two, I need to work on my defense a little bit more and my racing lines when I've got somebody tight behind me. Although I did play around with that a bit last night. And as we found, it doesn't always work. You've still got to be pretty quick. And even when you make a good pass on somebody, sometimes they're still going to take umbrage and they're going to take you out. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just part of online sim racing. Until PD get it sorted out, it's going to be the same. And Forza, it sounds like they are making some big steps forward on that side of things. So, if Forza have actually cracked this problem, then I don't think it will be long before PD are behind and Gran Turismo gets a little bit better. Saying that, this is very, 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 very slow, and I'll bet that I am on my Wi-Fi rather than... Yes, we are. So let's just go set up connection. We'll go wired LAN. We'll connect to the wired LAN. I should have checked this before I went live, but everything's all been a bit manic today. It's been busy day in the office. Quite a difficult day. Good day, but quite a difficult day. And there we go. We've got 840. That's not too bad on the PlayStation, so that should be a bit better and should run a bit faster. Glad that we got that set up before we start racing. There we go. That's better. Right. So we got Mr. Din's joined us. Welcome this evening. Thank you for joining us. We've already got a small gremlin in that the counter has gone a bit strange on the on there. That's all a bit weird. Looks like we're gonna have one of those days again. That crop has gone wrong. I'm not going to worry about that. That's just my sub counter, which is not going anywhere. It's pretty static at the moment. but I'll have a look at that at some point. In fact, what I'm going to do for tonight is I'm just going to where is total subs? I'm just going to completely delete that. We won't even have that on the screen. There we go. There we go. Right, so yeah, Mr. Din, Ford Motorsport looks very, very interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have a well, I'm a PS guy, not an Xbox guy, which means obviously I won't be running it. Okay, we've got 7 minutes before we can enter, so I won't be going Forza. I'm going to be sticking with Gran Turismo, which is the game. It's my go-to game, the game I keep coming back to. And but I'm hoping that some of the changes that they've announced in Forza, and in particular majoring on good online racing, I'm really, really hoping that that is going to feed through to Polyphony Digital, and they're going to get their act together and tighten this up a little bit. I mean, things like that move with Sean last night, in my book, there's absolutely no reason why they can't build that into the algorithm. So they could see that he should have been going straight and not turning, and he turned into me. So why did he not get a big penalty for that? And in some respects, you know, get banned. If it was iRacing, he would do. I mean, okay, I'm fine if somebody hits me and it's by accident. It happens. I do it. I'm not completely innocent, but that last night was crazy. Forza's always been a crash fest. You know what? It's been interesting since I put that video up. Quite a few people have said that it's the same in Gran Turismo, it's the same in Forza, it's the same in iRacing, it's the same in ACC. It doesn't really seem to matter what you are running in. Online racing seems to be the same all over the place, and in some respects, somebody said something to me earlier on today. He said, you know, don't lose faith, you're doing good, you're doing well, keep with it. Unfortunately, we're all wannabe racing drivers on here. Oh, that's going to go round. We're all wannabes on here, but we're all amateurs that have got no training, a lot of us don't have any experience, and we're going to make mistakes. It is just a game at the end of the day. And for some people, I mean, Kimmy's name has come out several times over the last 24 hours. For some people, part of the game is to take people out. And in particular, if people know that you've got a YouTube channel and they're going to get some airtime, then they're going to do it. They're going to chase you. And unfortunately, I'm not running my livery this week, but on my livery, obviously, I've got my YouTube address on the back of the car for all to see. So, you know, that could effectively be putting a bit of a target on the back of the car. Who knows? Right, so we're just going to do just a few minutes to warm up, and then we'll dive into a race and we'll just see what happens. Woo. Tom, if PD aren't aware of it, then they've got to be blind, because it is all over the forums. It doesn't matter what forum you're on, Reddit, Facebook, everywhere people are screaming about the penalty system. I mean, one of the things that most of us hate about the penalty system is if you have a crash and you clobber a barrier by accident, even if you just brush it, you wind up with, you know, a 1.5 second penalty, which works out to be more like 2 or 3 seconds by the time you've been slowed down the straight. But plus you've hit the barrier, which has slowed the car down anyway. Just hitting the barrier itself is a penalty in itself. So really, for things like that, I don't think they need a penalty system. I think all they really need the penalty system for is corner cutting, which frustrates everybody, but I do agree with that one, and barging people. And I think that the barging people shouldn't be that difficult to code in, because they know where the cars should be on track. they're going to know if a car is taking a deliberate side move or something. And they can also go by the amount that you've actually touched the other car. So there we go. Hi Big Joe, thank you for the like. Everybody else, if you could hit the like button on the video, that would be absolutely wonderful. Hi Lester, 2 seconds faster. You won't believe how hard I worked to get that time, and in the race I'm not actually that quick, but there are so many people that are way quicker than me, so I don't think my time is particularly quick, if I'm honest. It's actually pretty cool, because with a lot of us we're talking about tenths of a second between us. It's actually all very, very, very close on the friends board, which normally I look at and I haven't actually looked at yet. What I've been chasing and haven't managed to get yet is a 128. Obviously I won't be doing that in this car, although people have done a 128 in this little Alpha, but I'm not quite that good. But what I'm trying to experiment with at the moment is, I think it was Faz mentioned about changing up into fourth on the last and first corners. So that's one of the things I'm trying to get used to. Otherwise, I just really want some consistency. I don't want to be spinning it and throwing it off and doing stupid things like I was last night, because my head really was not in the game last night, if I'm honest, from the off. So at the menu they set heavy damage. Some people abuse that also by purpose from your front axle. Laugh it out. It won't be on your friends' boards. Oh, why not? It should be. We need to be friends. Yeah, I did have a discussion about the heavy damage, and people were saying, yeah, but if somebody runs into the back of you, then your car is damaged, blah 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 blah. Yes, I agree that it will still wreck your race, but that's what happens in real life. But what I'm hoping is, with the heavy damage going on, that it's a first step towards PD actually looking at it sensibly and thinking, okay, you're constantly ramming, you're constantly doing something, and maybe we have a 3 strikes and you're out type policy, where, you know, you hit once, it's a mistake. You hit twice, maybe you haven't learned your lesson. You hit a third time doing the same sort of thing, and no, it's blatant, so you're out of there. And you know, I wouldn't be worried about people actually being kicked out of races, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, if I am blatantly running into the back of people and pushing people off, I would be quite happy if they was to kick me out of the race, and then maybe, you know, that just might stop some of it. Or, depending on how much money they make, and I imagine they make a fair bit from us, maybe even have a stewards setup where obviously we couldn't hit them too hard, but you had the opportunity to put something forwards and then have somebody actually review, and then, you know, stop somebody from actually racing, put a suspension on them or something. You know, I think we're getting to that point, because some of the racing on here is so good. People want to race properly, they want to race hard, and I really do think that PD need to do something now to make it so that people can jump on here and have a good race. That said, I did watch a little few videos at lunchtime today, and there was some good racing on there. It seemed to be a bit cleaner. I'm hoping this evening it's going to be the same. So where are we at? We really want to be 130s, 129s. So we're 130, 170. So we're a fair bit away from where we need to be, if I'm honest. But then I've been jibber jabbering. running mostly just on muscle memory rather than watching for turning, braking points and speeds and the like. It's a purple. Yeah, Big Joe, I'll have to do that. I'll need your PSN ID, or you can pick me up. Mine is easy. It's just Mitchell-Morgan. Or if in the chat, and I haven't actually tested these, if you do !PSN, you should see my PSN ID. And if you do !Discord, you should see the Discord server URL as well. Hopefully they are both working now. Tom, the further you go up, the cleaner it gets. I hope that's the case, but I must admit, when I got up into the high Bs, boy, it got dirty. I found it to be dirtier than the lower Bs. And people have told me that even up in the A-rated races, they're still pretty dirty. I think B is probably the dirtiest ranking that I've seen out of everything, and it's got worse the higher up the ranking that I've gone, if I'm perfectly honest. That's just my experience, that's what I've seen. I know some people say that after midnight it gets better. Out of school hours it gets better. I don't know if there's any truth in any of that. Just try braking a bit earlier for that one, but I think that's probably going to catch people out if I brake that early. Oh, that's a bit deep. Yeah, I enjoyed the high sea level. Got some good races in the high seas. I enjoyed that period of time. I think high sea seems to be people that want to try racing, and because they're trying to get into the B category, they are actually trying to race nicely. Once you get in Bs, I feel it gets all a bit desperate. C rank lobbies in America, are they bad, are they? I must admit, I haven't quite yet got into multiple accounts for America. I still run on the UK servers, the European servers. I should get on the American ones. I've got a lot of American friends. Even A is filthy. That surprises me. I thought A would have been okay because there's no DR or anything in there. So it's everywhere. Hi Zenith. So it doesn't matter what you're in. What I'm hearing from not just you guys but other people as well on other mediums, it doesn't matter which sim racing program you're running, at what level, they're all pretty much the same. They've all got their Himi, Velocini or whatever the guy's name is, characters in them. And there's people who said to me, just got to get to grips with it. Le Mans, yeah, that's going to be cool. I like Le Mans. Le Mans used to be one of my grinding tracks. Haven't run it for a long time. Be interesting to see what car it is and whether we got weather. It's going to get fun. Okay, let's see if we can enter a race. So, sometimes someone is having a bad day and they take frustration out on others. Yeah, but why should they shouldn't? I had a bad day yesterday. I wasn't taking it on other people. Unfortunately, sometimes it's like that. But as people have said, you've just got to learn to live with that, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But there we go. There we go. I assumed if I turn the counter back on, yeah, it's still out. I know why it's out, but I'm not going to try and fix that now. Which is, unless I can't change the profile. I might be on the wrong profile. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right, let's get into the qualifying time trial. Now, the qualifying in this car is slower, so it won't be as good as the I have done before. You can see that the times are quite crazy. Kushti is right up there. Really quick times, and then global ranking, my word, look, Supra is definitely the car for that. It's interesting to see the F-Type has crept in there as well. But I'm just going to load up this Ghost. Actually, I'm not going to go with the Ghost. I'm not going to go with the Ghost today. I just want to get my head in the right place for the actual race. My turning points, my braking points, of which that wasn't one. I think the other reason I got a bit down with the whole thing yesterday was I did a little bit of analysis on the channel, just where views were coming from and all that sort of stuff, and it got quite demoralising. I've got over 130,000 views. Before I started live streaming, 98% of those were from new people coming to the channel. Which is a high percentage. Something like 8,000 hours watch time in the last since January, and the subscriber count is just tiny. It's like 0.2%. Now, even in business, if you do a marketing campaign, you expect a response of 2%. So yeah, just struggling with the old subscriber count a bit, and haven't had any new subscribers in a week, which was really unusual, and it was just sort of getting me a bit down a little bit yesterday. But we put all that behind us. Better frame of mind today. Just looking forward to getting into a few races. Can't go all the way around there. Baz, when you said to do that corner in fourth, get up to fourth as soon as possible, are you talking about still being in third as you go into the corner just to rotate the car and then up to fourth, or just sticking it in fourth all the time? Take the line right through that one that time. Hey Kushti, I thought you were on holiday, mate. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you weren't on last night watching the debacle that I had, or maybe you were and it was just that bad you weren't commenting. But yesterday was horrendous. I'm in the Alpha. As you pointed out when we got together the other day, there's no point me fighting and going in the cars that I like. I've got to get, if I'm going to get into the A category, I've got to go with effectively the meta cars for the qualifying and the race. I love the Ferrari, but obviously once we started needing to push it, that was when I was killing the tyres. And obviously the Alpha we can lean on a little bit more. So yeah, definitely Alpha. Take the first corner in fourth. I've gone too wide now. I'm struggling with that, Kushti. I'm struggling to get the rotation, which probably means that I'm doing something wrong. I'm winding up as you can see, out in the gravel every single time. And I was doing that last night. I was trying to take it in fourth and hitting the gravel all the time. I need your professional tuition, mate. That's the only thing with this one, is you can't follow an alpha to see what lines it's taken, where it's braking and the like. So I've got to really slow that down to do that in fourth. Yeah, I'm trying to brake on that last, or just before that last marker now. It tends to be on the last marker, which has put me a little bit deep now. When you're saying the last marker, is that on the last corner, as well as the hairpin? Okay, first and second. Oh my word. I thought I was going to lose that then. Right, let's just do that again. Wow. So the last marker on the last corner and this one. So you're basically going right the way to there, then getting it brake, turn it in. Oh my word. It's hard. So this one you're braking about there on the accelerator when the curve goes vertical. Come up to here, brake, down into fourth. Oh, big old slide. So seriously, you're braking on... I haven't got enough time to do it again. I might just run my normal through this race and then try that in the next practice. I might, the next practice, I'll give that a whirl. So the last corner, braking slightly before the last marker and leave it in fourth. And the same for the first one. It's about getting the right angle when you first apply the brake. So you're not braking a straight line, I am assuming. You're going to be slightly offset as you're braking. Okay, all right. I don't know how this first one's going to go. We will have to see. Crikey, there's a lot of 4Cs in here. A lot of 4Cs. Hi Ken, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. Anybody that I haven't said hello to. Lester, Tom, Ken, Big Joe, Kushti. Everybody seems to be in here tonight. Welcome to all of you. Thank you ever so much for joining the channel. I'm just going to take it easy this evening. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Hopefully we won't get into any stupidness like we did last night. Trail braking, yeah, definitely trail braking everywhere. Dragon Trail. Ugh. Is that the one with the chicane of death? That's your ace track, isn't it, Kushti? I think that's the one you really like. Right, I'm going to need to be quiet because I'm going to need to concentrate. By the way, everybody, watch out for Sean. If you see Sean in the lobby, shout. Shout big time. Hey, I'm glad it's helping, Lester. That's what this channel is all about. The one thing I want to hear is that we're helping each other. That really pleases me to hear that. Whoa, nearly lost that. Drive the track, Mitchell, not the car in front. This is going to be a bit dodgy. Oh, I've just been lent on there a little bit. Just let him go through because I could feel him leaning on the door. If this super catches me, I'm going to let him go through because he'll be quicker. Whoa! That was my mistake. Just pushing a bit too hard. Not sure what happened there. Right, let's try what Christy said. I completely forgot my braking point for this corner on that last lap. Completely overshot it. Thank you. Whoa, cut that one. Just really pushing the limits of me and the car, if I'm honest. Because this is a write-off, I'm really going for it. Well, that was nice, thank you. I'm just trying to apply some of the things that you have been mentioning, you guys. And we'll see if we can have a better race in the next one. So just before, just when I didn't brake hard enough there. And all still got dirty tyres. Tell you what, when it starts sliding, no, it really starts sliding. I've got a few more laps to nail that corner. That's my corner to work on, those two corners tonight. I knew I was overdriving it just a moment ago. I was trying to catch up with those guys in front, which is a bit difficult to do because they're pretty quick. And I really need to get these corners so that I'm not bumping over the curbs quite so much. Get the power down on the apex then, rather than bumping over the curb and then getting the power down. Just drifting off the apex now. First corner. Got too much for slide through there. Have learnt an awful lot this week though. Although my race results don't show it, I've learnt a lot, which is good. As you turn, you've got to be looking for that apex and almost trying to get the car pointing to the apex as you hit that brake marker board and hit the brakes, which is a bit weird when you should normally be braking in a straight line. Evening, Edinburgh lad, how you doing? I am trying a few new things on this track tonight again, mid-race. So we've managed to spin it by pushing a little bit too hard, which doesn't bother me too much because I'm just trying a few new things that have been suggested. And that guy behind is on fresh tyres, so he should be pretty quick. Not sure what those yellow flags were for. Thought this Supra would have blown by me. Sure, he was the one that pitted. That's in the Alpha, is it, Kirsty? That qualifying time. That's gone too deep. Trying to catch these cars in front but also defend from the Supra is quite difficult. Oh, that's on the grass. No, not quite. Just about got away with that. Crikey, 17.7, that's quick. Right, are the tyres going to start going off on these Supras in a moment? I'm getting a slide on now with these tyres, I think. Whoa. Christy, I can't do that in fourth at the minute. It's just sliding too much. Chop that one too. Okay. So, Kushti, are you saying that for the first and the second corner, that you can do, sorry, for the last and the first corner, you can do fourth gear all the way through the race? Or when the tyres start to go off, do I need to adjust? Because I tend to find it was really sliding at the end. Tom, Mitchell, if you quali and set fast ghost, try and set the ghost at 0 secs. It will help you to nail that first corner and you'll see where exactly what happens. The problem I've got, Tom, is you can't get the alpha as a ghost. Okay, cool. All right, it's probably just me, confidence, and not quite getting the turning angle. But yeah, I tend to find that the Supra is very different to the Alpha. So I can't follow exactly the same lines and brake exactly the same in the Alpha as with the Supra. Evening Rapture, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. Guys, if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button on the video, that would be fantastic. It will really, really help. No end. I'd really appreciate that. Right, qualifying time trial. Let's see if we can put some of what you guys are saying into practice. So as we come down to this one, we want to brake just before the marker. Not when we're going that slow. Into fourth. Around here. Up into fifth. Then we're looking for the last board. Just before that board, hit the brakes. So basically on that concrete. That little bit of concrete helps. I wonder if that's what I'm doing. I'm just going a little bit too deep. It's like some concrete dust on the ground there. And you're not doing second through here, are you, Kushti, anymore? That was just in the Ferrari. Up to here. I'm braking just before the one board again. There. Getting it turned in. Trying to get the power down as soon as possible. And then I'm looking for the red marker there. And I just want to just hit that corner, not get over the curb too much. And in this one, I'm looking for the one to disappear out my eye line. This one, I'm braking on a one, throwing it in, powering on as we go through the corner. Why can't I do this in the race? On the grass a little bit there. Just before the one. Down into fourth, just gone a little bit wide there. There's some tyre tracks there I think I can use. So if we come down to here, I'm looking for the one board, that bit of concrete, just slowing it down, turning it in, just drifted out a little bit wide that time again. need to be more confident and just chuck the steering in. Down here, pick up the beginning of the curb, third, turn in, pick up the apex, let it run out onto the side, up through the gears. One board, let it run to the beginning of the curb, get it turned, white line, accelerate. Underneath the bridge, looking for the one board again, just down it the fourth, pick up the accelerator as soon as we can. Oh, got a bit too deep on there, that's taking too much curb, get air. Oh, broke too early that time. That was the beginning of the skid marks. That's too early. Way too early. Over the top. So as soon as I see that concrete, bury the brake pedal and turn at the same time, almost turning before you hit the brakes, just to get that little bit of rotation in. Whoa! Just went a bit deep through there. That's lost that bit of speed. It's two 130s. That's on the grass. Try fifth through there. It didn't really work. Kushti, treat the last corner like it's double apex. Try to hit them both. Okay. So branch hatch corners are difficult to slow. Losing time. Too fast in the grass. Yeah. Let's just do a retry. So this one is, you're talking about this one being a double apex. So we're apexing there. And then you're apexing here. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you mean by the two apexes? I think you are. Let's try that one again. Cool, thank you. Bit of a slide mid corner through that one. Fourth is definitely better for me through there. Oh, I'm pushing the limit on this car at the moment because the tyres are sliding through. I can hear them squealing through the corners. I'm playing in. I didn't get over far enough that time. Need to be further over to the left. And I didn't apex that one. more rotation through that corner. A bit more rotation. So I need to apex that on the power. Apex this one. A little bit of grass cut away there. Whoa. It's hard, that corner, to get that in fourth. Yeah, I think that's probably because I've obviously got the slow car. So apexing this one too early. Too narrow into the hairpin too. Oh mate, you give me too many things to think about. Rome wasn't built in a day, mate. Rome wasn't built in a day. So too narrow into the hairpin. This one down the bottom here. Okay, lots to work on. Lots to work on. I appreciate. Thank you so much for your help. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah. Although I'm not winning races, and the DR is going a bit, I'm enjoying the process of learning to race harder and faster. I'm enjoying that side of this week. Stuff like you guys are going through with me last night and tonight. It's all good. It's all good stuff. Some of the defensive stuff and looking out the mirror as you come out of a corner to see what's behind you. Rapture, why the 4C? Because it's the only car that you can race with. I've dropped right way back down low Bs now, so I could go with the Ferrari now if I wanted to, but as soon as I got up to the higher Bs, I was caning the tyres on the Ferrari and it was no good. It just didn't manage to hold it. Yeah, I'm checking the rear a lot more than I have been. I wanted to go with the bonnet cam rather than the dash cam, but I need that top mirror and the radar, so I'm checking that quite a bit at the moment. Like I said, I just want to put in practice what you guys have been telling me and get a bit quicker. If that means I spin it and I miss a braking point, that's just the way it's going to work. These are almost like qualifying laps for me every single time rather than race laps. Obviously I'm not going to throw away the race, but I'm minded that I'm working on things. just before 4th gear. 1 apex, 2 apexes, drift out, 1 board, get it turned in on the power. Nearly spun it there. Thank you, Kushti. I'm not going to do it every time, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Well, that was a bit iffy. Thought I was going to collect him. Can't see my braking zone. Trying to drive the track, not the cars in front. Whoa, big slide there. Need to get on the back of Jimmy again. Rev it out, Mitchell, rev it out. Oh, itchy leg, itchy leg, itchy leg. Oh, it's a big slide. Broke a bit too late. Whoa. Should have backed out of that one. Lesson learned. I should have let him have his accident, not got involved. My mistake, yes. Those of you with membership, stick up an angry face if you feel that was my mistake and I should have backed out of that. I think I should have backed out of that one. It's all learning, all learning. When you've got milliseconds to think as well, it's hard. This guy behind's pretty quick. I wasn't quite sure where to go, if I'm honest. A bit slow through there. Not too deep. Just pushing a bit too hard. I'm just trying to push it every single lap, and I'm just stepping over my skill level just a little bit at the moment. I think we'll just bring it back. I've lost it for the minute. Now the thing is, I'm constantly analysing my driving every single lap rather than just racing. Where I could have gone better, and I've got to stop doing that actually during a race and just race. Stop overthinking things. Yeah, I was pleased with the start of the race. Then I just started to get a bit too confident, and I was pushing a bit too much. Just pushing a bit too much. But that's part of racing and part of learning to do what I'm doing. Whoa, is to just keep on pushing. Especially when I get up behind people like that, that I find quite difficult. So this is quite good because I'm now in the thick of it. Dirty air sliding around a bit. If I can get the speed, then I then got to work on the consistency, and to be able to deliver this 11 laps one after the other is quite hard. Yeah. A bit too wide on that one. Oh, this is really slippery, this car at the moment. Several of you have mentioned consistency to me over the last few weeks. And that is one of the things that I do need to start considering, especially if we're going to start doing like 8-lap races. Thank you. I am working on it, I promise. I'm trying. I've got to defend into this one. Whoa! He didn't like that overtake, did he? No, he didn't like that at all. I mean, everybody's been doing that to me all week. Faz has said a million times I need to get my elbows out. Well, that was me getting my elbows out. I have to say, I didn't actually notice him coming up that fast behind me. Thanks, Gushti. People have been squeezing me all week. It's the way it's been. He's really got the arse, hasn't he? God, my car's mega beat up. Have I got my brake balance wrong then? Have I put it the wrong way again, Kushti? Don't know who I was having that argument with. Was it the VR guy? Sure whether it was or it wasn't. Thank you, Kushti. Yeah, I mean, when I'm pushing hard, I'm going to have incidents, and I've got to learn from them. But you know, you've got to push, you've got to spin, to find out where that limit is. And my lesson I took away from that one was the corner where I got right up behind the other car. I was sort of missing braking zones, and it was difficult to see where to brake. Yeah, it was just yeah, it's all learning, all learning, all learning. I'm not even going to bother looking at the DR because I know it's going backwards. So we should be brake balanced to the front then, should we? Oh, as long as it's entertaining, that's cool. I should have actually done a I should have probably done a replay on that one. Ugh! Now, Kushti, with the brake balance forward, I'm struggling now to get through this first corner in fifth. In fourth, I mean. So I've now got more braking on the front, less on the rear, haven't I? Okay, so okay. Put it on its nose. Okay. I always forget about the dirty tyres. One thing I really wish that they would introduce is a little tyre icon down the bottom. Well, we've got the tyre icon, but just let us know when the tyres are cold, when they're warm, when they're dirty. Would be rather nice addition. But guys, I am pushing tonight. I'm not holding back even in the race, so I'm reasonably okay the fact I'm making the odd little mistake, because it means I am pushing myself to my limit and pushing the car to the limit too. So I'm not getting downhearted, disheartened or anything about it tonight. Just gotta keep with it. It's too tight through there. Need to be wider. Yeah, I realised I didn't apex that corner. I was thinking about other things and forgot to apex it. Double apex it. There's so much to think about. And I'm working on 2 or 3 corners where I should really only be working on 1. So I don't want to be jumping that corner, but I'm still jumping it. I want to take it like that. Ah, my itchy nose. Over to this side. That one too hard. Just tried holding fifth for too long. And that one. Cool, Tom, by attacking, learning other people's defence. That's very true. Get tucked up behind people. And if you're pushing them and you're forcing them to defend, then yeah, that's a good way of watching and learning. I just got to get up behind people and learn to race right behind them without bashing into them or leaving my braking too late. Getting a slide on through there again. I'm finding the back end is coming round a lot now, Kirsty, with this new brake, or the brake balance set to where it is. Oh, my nose tonight. Came off the brakes too early then. Need to hit the brakes there and brake to there. Need to be braking all the way to that acceleration point. think I'm braking and turning a bit too much, which is putting me into a slide into that first corner. Rev it out. Just got the grass a little bit too quick through there. Okay, here we go. Thank you very much for checking in, Kushti. Thank you for your help this evening. It's been brilliant. I really, really appreciate it. Have a great time, and I'll see you again next week, because I won't be on over the weekend either. But have a great time. Catch you later. Well, starting fourth again. We'll see what happens in this one. Thank you for the reminder on the likes. I appreciate it. Good night, Kushti. Oh, lots and lots of good advice tonight. Sorry for your writing. Why? Sorry. Don't be sorry for the writing. It's good. I'm sorry that I haven't caught up with all of the chat this evening. I'm going to go with the brake balance of 0 just for the moment. Might be a mistake. We'll see. We'll see. This Brands Hatch track has certainly been an education this week. It has certainly been an education. Wrong gear there. Double apex it. Don't jump that so much. It's costing me time all the time. I'm watching the mirror, Tom. I'm watching the mirror all the time. He's pretty quick, so I'll probably let him through when he gets right on top of me, as he is now. Just keeping on the guy behind as well, because he's quite quick too. I think he might be in a quick car, possibly doing his tyres. Just fallen off the back of these cars up front for a moment. Is that a Supra behind? It might be. So I need to defend the guy behind. Well, he's got a Supra which is a lot quicker than me. I think we'll keep him behind while we can, but there'll be a point where he'll come through. Yeah, still grinding, Brands, still trying to learn the track, still struggling with it. Hi, and I'm Gran, thanks for joining us this evening. I've had a bit of a mare around here this week, if I'm honest, but I was determined to try and crack it. Had a lot of help from a lot of people this week. Learned massive amount. And at the moment I'm treating just about every single one of these laps like a qualifying lap. So I am making mistakes. It's only because I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone big time. But thanks for taking the time to join us this evening. It's very much appreciated. I hope that you are well, as I hope everybody on the channel is well tonight. I've been so focused on myself and my driving that haven't really engaged with many of you tonight. But I hope everybody's well. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you're all going to have a great weekend. And for now, I'm going to shut up and concentrate. Oh, that was unfortunate. Car in front. I think that was always going to happen though. Come on, upside. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry up. If you want the place, you're going to have to go for it. Oh, that's it. I leave you room and then you decide to whack me on the way through. Thanks very much. Try and run me off the track. Whoa, what on earth happened to that guy? Two wheels on the grass there. A little deep there, just a little bit too deep. Just going to adjust a little bit as these tyres are getting a little bit worn. Still looking pretty good though. Yeah, I lose time and gain time. Consistency is not my forte. Some of the corners I have really hooked up. Others I haven't yet. A little bit too deep on that, left my braking a bit too late. Still learning, still learning. A bit deep on that one as well. One to go. I need the guy in front to have a big off for me to be able to do anything about him, but if I can just keep the guy behind and bring us home in third, I'll be happy. Be very, very happy. Quite a lonely race. It's when I'm in traffic is when I struggle. Lap time's not too bad. One or two in there that aren't great, but we'll take that third place. 16 seconds off the leader is a long, long way. 6 seconds off second was a long way. But we'll take that one. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Sometimes you gain on P2, some sections you lose some time. Yeah. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Faz. Yeah, it's putting that perfect lap together I struggle with. I do struggle with that a little bit. Well, I have got a very, 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 very early start tomorrow. So I am going to call it a night at 11:30. Well, it's 20 past 11. But I am going to call it a night there. I do need to get to bed this evening. So a little bit of a short video, well, short live stream, not video, short live stream today. Let's have a little look and see what's happened. Clean race bonus. No great surprise. We were pretty much on our own throughout that one. And yeah, it was a good race. I enjoyed that one. I'm just going to save the replay on that one just to have a nose back at that later on. Tomorrow you're doing the Nation tomorrow, Tom. Good luck in the Nation. I really wish you well. I wish I could race at the weekend, but it's family time, and I want to keep it that way. But let us know how you get on. It's race 2, isn't it? Where is it? Where is race 2? Okay, so the driver rating hasn't moved tonight. Basically because we didn't do very well on the race, then we did okay. So 2 okay. Have I done 3 tonight or 2? I can't remember. We had one bad one, and that was an okay one. So yeah, we'll have to check that one out. Definitely have to check that one out. Where is the race tomorrow? And has it got weather and loads of laps and stuff? I think it was about an hour long last week, wasn't it? But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So quite a fair old way to go, if I'm honest. Quite a fair old way to go to get back up to where we were. Got some interesting tracks next week. Le Mans could be interesting. So Deep Forest, 34 laps. Weather. I doubt if you've got weather at Deep Forest. I don't think I've ever seen weather at Deep Forest. But that's going to be quite a race. It's a long old track. It's the one with the 2 long straights, isn't it? The squiggly bits at the end. That's going to be a tough old one. So I wish you well for that. Let us know how you go. Well, I'll probably try and catch your video. When will you post your video? Will that be up Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday? When should we look out for that one? Well, basically, I need to go on and set the old bell, but I need to clear out my my subscriber. The amount of channels I subscribe to is stupid. I need to reduce a lot of them out and just keep the ones that I want to keep up with, i.e., you guys. But thank you ever so much to everybody this evening for your help. Really great. It's a shame Kushti didn't see that last race. Put a lot of what he said into practice, and unfortunately, we put all that into practice, and now Brands has gone. So yeah, and I think I've done the world circuit for Brands already. I don't think I've done that one. Plus, I think it has an interesting car. It's got like the little 2-seater open top thing, Brands Hatch. Circuit experience, yeah, we're all gold on that particular one, so don't need to do that. But yeah, that is basically me done for the week. So it's been an interesting week. It's been a very interesting week. You probably won't be able to see this. I'll put that window up again. On Monday we had 2 fantastic races at Brands. We managed to get the driver rating up to just over 3/4 full. And then okay, watch out for that on Sunday. And over the week we've dropped back and back and back. We had a few bad days. I had a few days where I was really tired and I shouldn't really have been racing. Had a few days where I was racing way too late as well. So not only have I had the lessons of learning the track and the car, not only have I had the lessons of racecraft, following people, not getting barged and just being careful. So Tom, watching that mirror was the classic one. I've been doing that all night tonight. Letting faster cars through and then staying with them, another lesson. But we've also got the lesson of don't get fatigued. And I now know that my time for racing is about 2.5 hours. Then I'm feeling it and I start to make big, big, big mistakes. So there we go. Guys, good luck to everybody that is racing in the Nations tomorrow. Best of luck. That's going to be a heck of a race. I hope you do well. I hope that you manage to set some podiums and even some wins. So good luck with that. I'm not going to be on over the weekend. If I am on over the weekend, I'm probably going to be just practicing, maybe grinding a little bit the 2 races that we've got next week. But I'm not quite sure which way round they are, whether Le Mans is a G3 or GR4 car. And I think somebody said Dragon Trail was the other race. So again, I don't know whether that's a GR4 or GR3. Dragon Trail is another one of those tracks that's interesting for me, because when I race with Kushti and Jonathan, they absolutely love it. They nail that track. It is their favorite track and they are really, really good. So I'm always overdriving myself to try and stay with them. So I always have problems at that particular track. So if we're doing that one next week, that'll be really interesting to learn it with other people of my skill level. If we're doing Le Mans, then that will be interesting. Bump drafting will be interesting. I dare say there may well be some weather in that. So all of that is going to be quite fun. So I'm looking forward to next week. But for now, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to get some sleep and I'll see you on the other side of the weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.